We're down at the Manx Museum and the TT Gallery. This is not like we've seen before, where we've had temporary expositions. This is it, and you've cleared the space down in the bowels. Matthew, congratulations, as always, because you put your heart and soul into these things.
Absolutely. It's been probably 3 years of intense preparation work to get to this stage now. But we've had temporary TT exhibitions over the years. We've been building our collection in the background. Haven't had a place yet where we could really show the whole collection and tell the whole story of the TT up till now. But it's been, as I say, a long process, delayed by COVID. But we're here now, and we're really excited that it's open.
Will this be an ongoing thing then? Because you have said it's permanent now, so you might add to it and change things around as time goes on?
Yeah, like all exhibitions at the Manx Museum, all permanent exhibitions, we aim to build in a certain element of flexibility. So the plan is, over the years, to bring in new elements, change things out. There's been a lot of thought gone into the modular construction of the gallery. So in theory, hopefully, it's easy to move certain plinths around, move things out, things like that.
And we've all seen old stuff of the TT. It has changed, but stayed the same, if you know what I mean. There's certain things that look very familiar.
That's one of the amazing things about the TT. It's been going for such a long time that it's the same, but it's different. And you look at each era, there are certain elements the same. The course is the same, but people's fashions change, people's hairstyles change, the bikes change, but it's still the same event, which is a really amazing thing.
And over the years, you've put out the request if anyone's got nostalgia, memorability, that sort of thing, and it's paid off, has it?
It has paid off. We've made some tremendous contacts over the years. We really have. I've made some real great friends out of the enthusiasts for the TT. They're all over Britain and all over the world, and the things that people have donated for this gallery are really quite touching in some cases. I'll just single out one. In 1950, a 6-year-old boy met Jeff Duke and got his autograph, and a few weeks later in the post, Jeff Duke's back bib, his back number, arrived for this little boy, and he was so blown away by Jeff Duke's generosity that he became a lifelong TT superfan. He's been coming back every year for the past 70 years, and he donated his bib for this gallery because he wanted to ensure that Jeff Duke's generosity was remembered. So, we've had some really touching things like that.
Well, give us some other highlights as well when people come along here. What would you recommend that they be looking out for?
There's some amazing stories. I mean, next to me here we've got the leathers worn by Beryl Swain. She only competed at the TT once in 1962. After that, the organisers felt it wasn't appropriate for a woman to ride, so women were banned for a number of years after that. Beryl never competed again, but once that ban was lifted and women were allowed back into the sport, the TT is one of those few events in the world where there's no men's game and women's game. It's on absolutely equal terms. So there's an interesting story to be had there. We've also got Mike Hailwood Suzuki from 1979, one of the star exhibits of the gallery. And what we've done with all of our motorbikes and leathers combinations, we've had a special bespoke mannequin created by our conservation partners. So we have the leathers mounted on the bike in a racing pose, which we think is unique. We don't think anybody else in the British Isles is doing this.
Wow. So do you like bikes yourself? Actually, this is one of your things, or do you just people get on to you all the time with these things?
I'm not a biker myself, but I'm interested in the TT. I never call myself a TT expert. People have tried to label me a TT expert. I'm not. I would say I'm interested in the history of the TT, but there are some people out there who are real experts, and I can't claim that level of knowledge.
And I guess it's like anything. Don't throw it away. Call you first, because you never know. It might be something you've been looking for.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it does amaze me, the things that people still do find, in attics and things like that. Still some amazing things turn up. But we've got a good selection out here now of some of the best things that we've had in our various exhibitions over the past few years. We've got the urn that was presented in memory of the Nazi rider who was killed in the 1939 TT when Hitler sent his team over. We've got a Japanese bike from the early 60s representing Honda's arrival here. So there's a huge range of things to see.
And you've had a soft opening, I think, really. It's ready to rumble, isn't it?
It's ready to go now. We are actually open to the public now. We had a few last-minute snags to iron out, but I'm pleased to say we've managed to sort those out. So we are open, so come on down and have a look and give us your feedback.
And of course, a certain event is about to happen, so you might be fairly busy for that.
Yeah, we hope to be busy. We had a few of the riders through during the press weekend a couple of weeks ago, and naming no names, but a couple of them were very impressed, so we took that to be a real seal of approval.
Just remind everyone your opening hours and where you are. That's
We're at 9:30 to 4:30, 7 days a week at the Manx Museum at the top of Crellins Hill.